Just a moment. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we will be discussing the history of automobile and how the vehicle is designed in the industry. Okay. So what is automobile? How do you define the automobile? What is the automobile? Can anyone define this? So just a moment. Yeah. What is automobile? What is your definition of the automobile? What you feel? Please speak out what you feel. Then and then only I will able to tell you that what definition it needs to be there.
Sir, it is a machine which is used to take a human from one place to another using some engines.
It is a machine to take people and goods from one place to another.
Yes.
This is what you said. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, we have to define this. Whatever you definition you have given, that is correct. But that is not the complete truth. We have to define it technically so that we should say that there has to be some power source in this. So if I say as per the book, the definition of the automobile is a self-propelled vehicle. Okay. That means it should have some power source, which contains the power source for its propulsion and is used for carrying passengers and goods on the ground, such as car, bus, trucks. Please note that automobile, they are related. Basically, they are seen from the point of view of the. So just a moment. This is the important thing, that on the ground is the important thing, because if you see the definition of the SAE, Society of Automotive Engineers, it says that the land, sea and air mobility. So we are specifically dealing with, when you say that automobile, then the main focus is on the ground vehicle and not on the uh, vehicles which are there on the water surface and the air. So airplane and ships, they are excluded from the automobile. Okay, so please keep this thing in mind. You may be asked this kind of question in the interview: why don't you call the aeroplane as the automobile, or you can say ship as the automobile? Does it fall in the definition of the automobile? So we have to be very clear. When we say that automobile, it is basically the self-propelled vehicle used for carrying passengers and goods on the ground. The examples are car, bus, and trucks. Now, if we see the history, that how the automobiles, they have been evolved over the years, then it says, see, this is, see, there are so many definitions which are, there are so many thoughts which are presented in different books, but I have taken it from one book just for the information. Though if you see or read so many books, then different books, they have given different opinions. Now the general history of the automobile is, in 18th century the first steam vehicles appeared on the road, and that is basically the Nicholas Joseph, then James Watt and Richard Trevithick in 1802. Now these people, they first made the vehicles which can be which can be used on the road, and they are basically the steam vehicles. Then after that, the gasoline fuel engine was invented in 1860 by 18 Leonor, and after that, subsequently developed into the four-cycle engine in 1876. That means after 16 years, you got to have the development of the four-cycle engine in 1876 by, that the Otto cycle and Daimler and Maybach. After this, the introduction of petroleum as a fuel is done in 1883. This allowed Daimler to create the fast-running gasoline engine, which made it possible for the Benz to patent the first self-propelled vehicle with an internal combustion engine. Please note that this is the 1886 is the patented year for the internal combustion engine. Then this groundbreaking vehicle formed the basis of today's automobile, and then they started the factory in 1926. Okay, this is the first vehicle as stated in the book, that this is the first vehicle, the picture of the first vehicle made by Benz. Now, now the real history of the automobile started in 1927 when Henry Ford, the founder of the Ford Motor Company, has made Model T by 1927. See, actually, if you visit the Detroit, then the Ford Museum is there. So whenever you go to USA, please visit the museum in the Ford Motor Company, and they give you a tour, which is a paid tour, and there you will get more insight into how the vehicles have been developed. Let me tell you that I am that fortunate person who got that opportunity to visit to the Ford Museum, and I have seen the Ford factory in Detroit, where all the models are kept and everything is maintained very well, and the models are displayed, and it gives, there is a guided tour, there is a guide who will tell you the complete story of the development of the Ford Motor Company. So then hybrids car have also been introduced. Since, see, whatever we are talking today, the hybrid cars, they are from 1900. So in 1900, Ford made more steam and electric cars than it did gasoline. So please understand that electric vehicle, they are not the new to the industry. They were there before the gasoline vehicle. So you can say that the electric vehicles which we are talking about, they have got the long history. That means very old history. The first hybrid commercial truck was built in 1910, and as the gasoline engine was refined, interest in hybrid died down. So please understand that there was an era where the gasoline engine dominated the hybrid vehicle, and that is how it has killed the electric vehicle. Please note that this is very, very interesting thing to know. And as the problem with the environment and gas prices continue, hybrids are now a hot commodity in the marketplace and are now the new wave of future cars. So we are talking about hybrid, that is a pretty old concept. So please understand this, that history repeat itself is this is the example of what the history is repeating after the century. That means after almost 100 years. So you can expect that after another 100 years, there will be some another kind of technology which is based on the gasoline fuel, and then again the electric vehicle will come down, and this cycle goes on repeating. Okay, so like what people say in the world of fashion में बोलते हैं ना कि भाई पुरानी फैशन ही अभी नई होके लौट के आई है. The same thing is there in the automobile. So this is basically the general history of the automobile. Then there are various terms which are used in the automobile. I am just giving you some kind of definition. And then we will discuss how the vehicles are designed in the company. Okay. Now the common terms which we should know about the vehicle is what is the wheelbase. Wheelbase is generally used to define the vehicle. The wheelbase is defined as the distance between the centers of the front wheel and the rear wheel. That means if you say that the center of wheel is this and center of the front wheel is this, the distance between them, it defines the wheelbase. Then vehicle center line is basically you take the tire center line for the front tires and you take the midpoint and draw the vertical line. So that is basically the vehicle center line. So generally the typical wheelbase which are used in the industry, they are 2500 millimeters. This we are talking about. Please understand that we are talking about the passenger vehicle and not the special case, as most of the people they say that are we going to discuss the racing cars and all. So racing car and the other cars which are used for off-road applications, we are not talking about them. Our scope for this particular subject is related to only passenger vehicles which are running on the road. That means four-wheeler, that too, to be very precise, the four-wheel passenger vehicles, that is car, which are running on the road. So please be careful that our limitation, with this limitation, you can have the interaction. Okay, so generally the wheelbase of the vehicle is 2500 millimeter. The ratio of the vehicle length is 0.6 plus minus 0.07. That tolerance is not important, but please understand this. The ratio is basically the wheelbase to the vehicle length is maintained in this particular range. Now the track T, as I told you, that it is the center distance between, it is the distance between the center lines of the front tire. This is denoted by T. So these values, they are important. That means when you see this specification, then you find out what is the wheelbase, what is the track length, because based on these two parameters, we can define what is the turning circle radius of the vehicle, what is the category of the vehicle. So this gives the idea regarding the track. Now coming here, the vehicle coordinate system is defined as, this is the z-axis, this is the x-axis, and the this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. Now there are motions which are defined here. Now if you have the rotation of the vehicle about the vertical axis, that is called as the yawing of the vehicle, y-a-w, yaw. Then if you have the rotation of the vehicle about the x-axis, that means the axis which is passing through the vehicle body in between the headlamp, then that you call it as a x-axis. So that is a rolling. And if you have the motion about the transverse axis to x and z axis, then that is called as pitching. So pitching, rolling, and yawing, these are basically the motions to which the vehicle is subjected. So this is basically the general introduction of the terms used in the vehicle and the history of the automobile. Now we will shift to design of the vehicle, how the vehicle is designed in the industry. So please bear with me. So I will start the another presentation, that is the presentation on the vehicle design. Now having been understood the terms in the vehicle, now let us try to understand how the vehicle is designed and developed in the industry. Now for this particular thing, imagine that you are the boss of the company, you have got all the resources, finances, everything. So how do you start the design process? Now this is an interactive session. Actual theory, we have started with the theory, but let us make this, please understand that this kind of text or the presentation is not available in the book. I have made it to make you realize that when you go to the industry, you should understand how the vehicle is being designed in the industry. Because we hear a lot of stories about the design of the vehicle, but what is actually there inside the industry. How does the automobile industry work? So for that, I have made this presentation on my own. So this presentation I will share with you, but please try to understand each and everything with the interest. And for that, imagine that you are the boss of the company, and how do you design the vehicle? Can anybody tell me? Please unmute the mic and discuss. I'm waiting for your reply. Imagine that you are the boss of the company. How do you design the vehicle? Now, चलो कि आपको टास्क दिया है कि एक व्हीकल डिजाइन करो, तो कैसे करेंगे सर? What will be the starting point? चलो यार, म्यूट मोड पे मत जाइए. यू हैव स्टार्टेड द presentation and you are doing on other activities. I can understand, but please don't do that, because this is going to be helpful for you for your campus interview. Otherwise, if you forget, then what is the use? You see, I will share the presentation. That is, there is no problem about it. But if you don't understand it, what is the use of presentation? You will not be able to speak a single line based on this.
Sir.
Yeah, sir. Please, please.
Sir, first we design the suspension system and try to find where and how magnitude of force is coming at each part. And
Okay.
then,
No, please understand, Saurabh, please, Saurabh Kumar, please understand that I have asked you to launch the vehicle. That means right from designing to selling of the vehicle to the customer, and you are the boss of the company. Imagine that you are the owner of the automobile company, let us say XYZ company. Now you, as a boss, how do you start that? And being
Sir,
a
first we
technical
see
background,
the,
how do you do it?
So first we see the requirements of the customer.
But how that requirement will come? How you are going to know that what is the requirement of the market?
So market
By
analysis to be done.
Okay. So
Market
first, so you can say that the first thing is do the market survey. Am I correct, sir? This is what
Yes.
you wanted to say?
Yes, sir. Research in the market.
Okay. So how do you do the market survey? How do you carry out the market survey?
So what are the requirements of the people, like what
Yeah. But who is going to do that?
so different body can do it. Marketing.
Which are the bodies to whom you will approach, Durge?
So marketing firms which do the research for the particular automobile.
Okay, very good, very nice. So the first step is to marketing department of the company carry out market survey either by their own team or by a market research company. See, you might have heard that there are a lot many opinion polls. They are telling their predictions as far as the elections in the different state and India. They are there. So similar kind of, because they do their prediction based on the survey. So similarly, for the vehicle to be launched in the market, the marketing department of the company carry out the survey either by their own team or market research company. So what kind of survey they do? Please think as if you are the owner of the company, and then you will come to know that what are the inputs you require for designing the vehicle. The first thing is you have to identify that what is the demand in the market, कि लोगों को क्या चाहिए. सर, अगर मैं आपको पूछूं कि आपको किस तरह का व्हीकल चाहिए, what will be the first 3 or 4 points you will say? Can you spell out those? सर, मैं आपको बोला कि आपको कौन सा किस तरह का व्हीकल चाहिए, तो सर आप इसका क्या आंसर दोगे सर?
Sir, it should be cost efficient
Okay.
Mileage should
and
be good.
mileage. Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Capacity.
Good servicing centers nearby.
Okay,
Power.
capacitive.
okay. सर बस इतनी सी ही रिक्वायरमेंट है आपकी? मैंने
So environmentally
हाँ
friendly.
हाँ, यूजर फ्रेंडली, ओके. व्हाट एल्स?
Safety precaution means have a good
Okay.
safety.
ओके. नहीं सर, सोचो, मैंने आपको व्हीकल क्या कैसा चाहिए ये पूछा है. आई हैव गिवन द चॉइस. वो मैं बना पाऊंगा कि नहीं, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट इशू. सी, सपोज यू आस्क मी which kind of what kind of vehicle you require, I will say that I first of all I want a luxury vehicle कि जिसमें सब सुविधा हो, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सुविधा हो. ओके. देन सेकंड इज इट शुड गिव मी मिनिमम 50 kilometers per liter of mileage, and at times it should able to carry 5 people, at times it should able to carry 2 people. Is it not like that? Sir, do you छोड़ दो यार. आपको पूछा है कि आपको क्या चाहिए. सपोज मैंने पूछा आपकी आपको कैसा लाइफ चाहिए, आप ऐसे थोड़ी बोलेंगे कि इकोनॉमिकल लाइफ चाहिए. ये मुझे ऐसी लाइफस्टाइल चाहिए कि भाई जिसमें मुझे कुछ ना करना पड़े, सब कुछ ऑटोमेटिक हो. मैं ऐसी आई कैन ड्रीम. देयर इज नो लिमिटेशन ऑन व्हाट डिमांड्स आई हैव. डू यू एग्री विद दिस स्टेटमेंट और नॉट? Whether I will get that particular thing is immaterial. But if I ask you what kind of vehicle you want, then see, it is basically depends on your thinking. अगर आपने फार्मर को पूछा तो फार्मर क्या बोलेगा, मुझे ऐसा व्हीकल चाहिए कि भाई वो 1 लीटर में 100 किलोमीटर दौड़े. It should able to take the cows and buffaloes. I should able to take cows and buffaloes in that particular vehicle. I should able to put the produce from my land, from my farm into that particular vehicle, so that I can carry that vehicle to, I can carry that produce or and goods to the market. Second, he may say that on the holiday, I should able to take my family for the movie or for some entertainment purposes. So it is his demand basically. Is it not? सर डिमांड मैंने पूछा है, आप क्यों कम कर रहे हो डिमांड? ओके. सो एनीवे, व्हाट आई मीन टू से दैट व्हेन यू आस्क द पीपल देयर डिमांड, देन देयर कैन बी n number of demands, so you need to narrow down upon the maximum. That means in a bell-shaped curve you can find out that how many people want which kind of vehicle. Because if the people want the vehicle which should give 100 kilometers per liter, and if you are designing it for 20 kilometers per liter, then you will come to know that there will be very few takers for that particular vehicle. Do you agree with this or not? Sir, please speak out, sir. सर ये ऐसे इंटरैक्शन से ही वी हैव टू लर्न दिस ऑटोमोबाइल सब्जेक्ट, अदरवाइज इट्स नॉट अ वन वे ट्रैफिक. आगे बढ़े क्या?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is next? The outcome of market survey is presented to the top management of the company. So generally, if you are the boss of the company, then what these marketing people will do, they will summarize, sir, we have conducted the survey in this and this area, in this part, in this socio-economic group, and there are different demands from these people from the different parts of the country and from the different socio-economic status of the people, and they summarize thing with the important point will be presented to the management of the company. Then after that, what is next? The R&D department, then based on the demand of the people, usually the research and development department study the feasibility of the proposed vehicle. That means मैंने जैसे आपको बोला कि भाई एक फार्मर का जो है, he would like to have the vehicle which can carry the buffaloes, which can carry the agricultural produce, which can carry the people at times. So how you are going to design that? So they are going to study the feasibility. So somebody may demand that I want the vehicle which can run for 100 kilometers for 1 liter of the fuel and do all these activities, then really R&D department have to find out what is the feasibility of the proposed vehicle. So that is one thing. Then the total vehicle configuration. Now you come to the technical thing. Now based on the decision of the management and the R&D people will say that we can make this kind of vehicle, but these are the limitations. So now with these limitations, the complete vehicle can be divided into different systems. The first one is powertrain, then chassis system, then body. Then in chassis, you have to fit fuel system, exhaust system, then chassis, then electric and electronics, front and rear end. Then again, on the chassis system, you have got subframe, stabilizer, axle module, powertrain mounts, corners, then tire wheels, then chassis electronics, and then these are the different components which have to be fitted on the vehicle. Now the actual designing of the vehicle starts. Now, in your opinion, how much time the vehicle design process should take? I'm just asking your perception. It may be right, it may be wrong, but just let me know that suppose you decided to uh, design the vehicle from today. You have got the requirement to study the feasibility of the vehicle, whether it can be designed and developed or not. Now, once you know that you can design and develop that particular kind of vehicle, then please let me know that how much time you are going to require for designing of the same and launching in the market. Sir, please बताइएगा. How you think and tell me.
So 1
Sir,
to
4
2
to
years.
5 months.
4 to 5 months. Okay.
1 to 2 years.
1 to 2 years. Okay. Any other answer? Other people, are they sleeping?
So it takes around 3-4 years. Sir.
3 to 4 years. So what is your basis of doing or estimation of this? Somebody says, see, there is a lot of variation from 6 months to you can say 3 to 4 years. So where from this variation comes? See, some people they have got the confidence of designing the vehicle in 6 months. Some people they have the confidence. That means today, if you start from the blank white paper, you say that the minimum time is 6 months and the maximum time is 3 to 4 years. The optimum time is almost 2.5 to 3 years, because those people who estimate the time of 6 months, they have forgotten that for the testing of the vehicle, you require a lot of time. Okay, so the reasonable period is 2.5 to 3 years, or we can say that 3 to 4 years, because once you start designing, because it is not only the designing of the vehicle, because you have to develop the auxiliary units which will able to supply the components to the original equipment manufacturer. So that process they take time. That is first thing. The second thing is the main hurdle in manufacturing of the vehicle is basically making the die shop take huge time. So the moment your design is ready, you have to start working on the die shop so that you make the dies ready, so that the vehicle body can be made easily. So please understand that 6 months is very optimistic. That is basically a dream time. It can be approached, but it cannot be achieved to date. That means I'm talking about today. Tomorrow you don't know that such kind of thing may come. I'm not knowing that, but today I'll be restricting my statement that it takes minimum 2.5 years. If you do it from designing to launching of the vehicle in 2.5 years, then you are a very efficient company. Okay, so please understand this. The 3 to 4 years system, but Please try to understand how exactly it has to be done in the company. So now the engine design and development process, you will find that the customer needs, vehicle design requirement, engine functional objectives, the design constraints, they are there because you have to have the space requirement and other things, and you have to coordinate all these things. So there is the flow chart which is shown in this particular slide, which says that technology, evaluation and development, combustion, after treatment devices, then electronic and power system information, then engine system concept analysis, EPI structural things. So these are the things. So what is EPSI? It is electronic part and service information. So that has to be there. Then mechanical design, then design analysis, then engine control design, NVH testing, mechanical durability testing, vehicle integration testing, combustion performance after treatment emissions, dynamometer testing, calibration. Then these are the factors: drivability, cost, fuel economy, design criteria, packaging, durability, noise. So now please tell me, if you look at this particular slides, you see that this is totally the engineering terms which are used on these particular in this particular slide. Do you agree with this? Now please tell me any of the thing which we are missing in this particular slide which is not related to me. Can you figure out?
Sir, economics.
Yeah, but that is a part of engineering, sir. We study engineering economics. We have got that subject.
Sales and marketing.
I mean to say that.
Packaging.
Huh? Yes, sir.
Packaging.
Yeah, packaging is a very much engineering concept, sir.
The
See,
sales and marketing.
what do you mean by packaging? Packaging is basically every component is given the particular space. That means X, Y, Z coordinate. The total volume is defined for that component, and that component has to be designed in such a way that it should occupy this only. Otherwise, what will happen if you leave everyone to their suitability? Then you may get the engine which may be giving you the best engine, giving you the power and everything, but it may, if you assemble the vehicle, it may land up into the truck. That means you have started with designing of the car. Ultimately, if you give the space to every component and as per their wish, then it is going to be a big, you can say, vehicle. So it will neither, you started with the car, ended with the truck. So that will happen. So packaging is very important thing. That is aspect from the vehicle design point of view. Second, from the service point of view, the packaging should be done in such a way that if you want to change the engine oil, it should not happen that you start disassembling the engine itself. So there has to be some provision. So that packaging is of two significance thing. One is the vehicle size, and second is the service, you can say, serviceability of the vehicle, because you will find that some vehicles, they are very difficult to do the servicing, whereas some of the vehicles, they are very easy for the servicing. For example, you take the example of the Bajaj scooter and the Activa vehicle, Honda Activa. So Honda Activa is that way complicated for servicing compared to Bajaj two-wheeler. Okay, Bajaj scooter. So it is basically the fitment and the difficulty and the compactness and the vehicle layout. It is basically the packaging. But if you compare the Bajaj, if you compare Activa with the Bajaj scooter, then Activa is more compact. It is well packed compared to Bajaj. Okay, from balancing point of view, the engine is at the center for the Activa vehicle, whereas for the Bajaj scooter, it is on the one side. So there used to be a lot of problems for one-sided engine, because it creates the problem of the balancing. So that is why I am saying that packaging is basically all technical. See, please understand that all the things, all the words which are written on this particular slides, they are all the things which you study in the mechanical engineering. Do you study or not? You please tell me. Design analysis, you do it. Here Here if you see, this is saying that CFD, computational fluid dynamics, the electronic parts and service information. This is basically the parts catalog. Then structural, then noise, vibration and harshness. You have got the complete course on vibration. Am I right? You have got the course on computational fluid dynamics. Then engine design and control. So this is basically the control system which is used, and you have got the course on the control system. Then noise vibration testing that I have. Mechanical durability testing. So you have got the course on the machine design where you study the fatigue analysis and everything. So that comes under the mechanical durability testing. Then vehicle integration and testing. This is layouting. This is basically if you study the vehicle integration, that means if you study the assembly, this is basically pertaining to your machine drawing. Okay, then combustion, performance, after treatment, emission, dyno testing and calibration. This is all related to your thermal engineering, because combustion comes into picture. So you have studied the thermodynamics, you are going to study the energy conversion. So all these things, they will be coming under this particular group. So complete vehicle design is nothing but your mechanical engineering knowledge. And here if you come down, you have got production design release, then manufacturing tooling development, and the preparation product pre-production builds and production release. So this is complete mechanical engineering. That means even if the electric vehicle they will come, still nobody can take away your core job from you. So this is the core strength of our mechanical engineering. So do you appreciate this slide or not, sir? Please tell me. Now, will you have the fear? Sir, still I am talking about the engine design and development. I am not talking about the total vehicle body. Total vehicle body, if you merge it, then it has been shown in the previous slide. Total vehicle, see whole vehicle, and out of that I have taken out only engine. So if you talk about the engine, then there are so many parameters wherein you require the knowledge of mechanical engineering, where you cannot say that I am interested in design only, I am interested in thermal only, I am interested in production only. No, you have to have the knowledge of all the things, and that is why your course is having all these particular courses. All these, your program is having all these particular courses. So we were talking about the design of the vehicle. Now you have got this many parameters which are there to be taken care of. Now going to next slide. Now you list down, you know that these various kinds of the systems which you have to be designed, and what are the different various departments which you may have in your industry. Please tell me now, sir. सर अभी आपको मालूम है कि आपको एग्जैक्टली करना क्या है? तो सर अभी आपको एज अ, देखिए सर, मैनेजमेंट का रोल आ गया अभी. नाउ you are working as a management person, because you have to organize, you have to accomplish the goal of vehicle design and launching on the road. So how many departments, how do you arrange your company manpower? You have got the technical manpower. तो अभी सर कैसे करेंगे सर? अभी आप एक ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री आपको खड़ी करनी है, अभी आप कैसे करोगे सर? कौन से डिपार्टमेंट रहेंगे सर आपके आने? Now please tell me.
सस्पेंशन सिस्टम.
सर थोड़ा सा लाउडली बोलिए.
सस्पेंशन सिस्टम डिपार्टमेंट.
ओके, व्हीकल सस्पेंशन. देन सर
ब्रेक्स.
So I will just note down here. The first one somebody has told is the suspension. ठीक है, okay.
Powertrain.
हाँ,
Powertrain.
हाँ, powertrain. So
Chassis system.
powertrain is second. Okay, now third is
Brakes.
okay. Chassis system. Just a moment, just give me the time. This is chassis. Then fourth one is
Body.
brakes. brakes. Fifth one is
Fuel system.
Body.
body. Sixth one is
Fuel system.
fuel system. Okay.
Exhaust.
Sir, likewise, you will find that there are 250 components in the engine. So if you make the group of for each component, there will be 250 groups. So how you are going to manage this? Okay, 7 I will write down. What is 7? You are saying?
Sir, marketing team.
हाँ, मार्केटिंग. ओके, R&D में मार्केटिंग लगेगा सर आपको? हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं सर स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ R&D.
Testing team, sir.
हाँ,
The team which test the performance of.
yeah, very good. So testing.
Maintenance.
Okay. Madam, why do you require maintenance?
Sir, for the servicing and all.
No, but see, please concentrate on this. You wanted to design the vehicle and produce the actual prototype of the vehicle. So will you require maintenance?
No.
So please concentrate on the heading that how many groups will be required. I am asking
electronics-
structure
Sir,
of
heat and fluid flow.
Huh?
Sir, heat and fluid flow.
Acha, so heat transfer and fluid flow. Okay.
Sir,
Vehicle electronics. Am I correct?
yes, sir.
Okay.
The safety.
Sir, heat transfer and fluid flow, I can say that this is CFD. What other thing you will require, sir?
Safety.
Sir, engine efficiency.
So here, okay. So engine. What else, sir? इससे हो जाएगा क्या सर आपका डिजाइन?
The manufacturing.
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मैडम R&D में लगेगा आपको?
सर स्टीयरिंग सिस्टम.
ओके, चलो स्टीयरिंग लिख लेते हैं सर. If we
Sir,
start doing
Power transmission.
this is sir, if we start doing this particular kind of exercise, then you may come out up to 50 to 60 numbers of the groups. Am I correct? You are missing the safety system from this. Then you are missing tires, then exhaust system, then auxiliary system, that means say air conditioning will be required in the vehicle, because you whenever you go to buy the vehicle, then you see that what is the air conditioning system which is fitted, interior, then seats, then so many things will be required. Okay, so you list down that. How do you ensure that these particular groups they will function properly? Now you have got, let us summarize this, that you have got all these groups. How do you make sure, जैसे आप आरोही में या कॉलेज गैदरिंग में different groups form करते हैं, then they are given the particular responsibility, but who is the final owner of this? How do we make sure that this group which is doing particular activity is doing the right thing in the right time? Otherwise क्या होगा कि आपका सब व्हीकल तैयार है, उसमें इंजन ही गायब है, इंजन वालों ने इंजन बनाया नहीं, तो क्या करोगे सर? How do you make sure that they are going to work in coordination with the other people? सर आपकी व्हीकल बॉडी बन के तैयार है, सब टायर वायर लग के सब तैयार है. इफ यू डोंट हैव द इंजन, कैन यू सेल दैट व्हीकल? Can you, first of all, can you test that vehicle? Sir, please answer this question. Sir, please speak out. I want your answer, yes or no. सर म्यूट मोड पे क्यों चले गए? आप बात करिएगा.
No, sir.
Okay, so what we are going to do, one moment please. We see the requirement, एक मिनट. First we see the requirement. Okay, वो पुरानी ये है चार्ट है recently. हाँ. So sir, we don't know whether they will work in synchronization with this group or not. So what we will do in the next class, we are going to see how they can be managed and how the vehicle can be launched on the road. So in the meantime, you please try to figure out that what are the departments and who is going to control them and who is going to have the ownership of the vehicle. Okay, so with that we'll stop here. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, please do ask. If you do not have the question, then you can leave the meeting. If you have any questions, please ask.